There are several different very good theories about dreams, and I use them all because they are not the dream, they're only theories. So you take them and you look at the dream and, oh, you see this, or you see nothing, you know. And you take the other theory, now you see that. So to me, the dream is the dream. And theories, the more theories I can find, the better. Do you see what I mean? I would never fight one theory against another.
One way to learn focusing is from dreams. Because just about every dream gives you one or more funny feelings. Like if you take some scene from a dream, or some person in a dream, and if I were to say, how does that feel to you? You should find that you can't exactly answer the question in words. You can't exactly classify it. Now, sometimes you can say, I was scared, I was angry, but most of the time it's some kind of a funny quality that scene has, or that dream gave you, or that person gives you, that you can't quite define, and yet there it is. So if you were to say it's angry, it's scared, it's ashamed, it's guilty, the feeling itself would say, no, not exactly. If you try to name a feeling from a dream, you will find that the feeling itself resists if you try to classify it in a sloppy way. And it won't let you do that. So you can have a dialogue with a feeling from a dream. You can ask it questions. And so my style with dreams, the first part of it, is to ask questions. And this is what I call the elegant part. It's very elegant, because all you have to do is ask one question after another, and sooner or later everything happens in it. And what I've done, and you can do, of course, is I've stolen from every theory that I know and turned it into questions. But the trick is you have to explain to the person who's dreaming this that you don't want them to answer the question. So this is what I have to say to you. I don't want you to answer my question if I work with it. I want you to take my question downstairs to the feeling that the dream left with. And ask the question to the feeling. And that has to be explained. Because otherwise you ask a question and the person just rapidly answers and nothing much comes. Okay, then I have to say the word feeling right now is ambiguous. By feeling, people mean all kinds of different things. It can be a very superficial thing. The way I want to mean it, our focusing, a feeling is a distinct body experience. To begin with, I would say a feeling is here, somewhere in the middle. And this is where then focusing comes in. Focusing is a way of finding the body version of something. If you allow your attention to come into the middle of your body, the feeling that's left over from the dream, or the feeling that just comes now when you ask yourself, what does this figure in the dream remind me of? What physically comes is much more likely to get you somewhere. Focusing, the word, means spending a little time having this bodily sense that you don't yet know what it is.
Every dream brings something. So, and it doesn't, this much I'm sure, it doesn't matter whether it's a so-called good dream or a bad dream. Because when you go in, there is something always brought to you that you didn't already have. And that's always life pushing forward. So very often when I look at my dream, it's just a bad picture of a bad situation that I have. It's a perfect metaphor. It's like somebody wrote a miserable, sour poem about my situation, you know. But that's because the dream is like that. The dream makes symbols from the present situation. But the symbols carry some kind of further push. A turtle was walking down the road, and her entrails, her inside, was hanging out and dragging along the road. You know, and I said, you know, you have a feeling of that? And she said, yes, I can feel that. Yeah, you know. So then we worked, and it was, the reason I remember it is because I learned something that day. I learned what I'm trying to say now, which is, okay, it's a perfect picture of your situation, but it's in turtles. The dream translated it in turtles. So after a long time, you know, I finally said, you know, what is a turtle to you? And can you feel a turtle? And can you be a turtle? And then it all opened up, and it was all different. The dream translated it into turtle. Then I went on to the next person, and in the middle of that person, this never happens in my workshops, this lady interrupted the whole thing, and she said, I have to tell everybody, my turtle is standing up on her hind legs and she's dancing. So